What is up guys, Jarv here, back today with a next week in Destiny. In today's video, we're taking a look at the full breakdown for the up and coming week. We have a brand new mission, the return of Iron Banner, a returning exotic mission, a full breakdown of all the featured and ritual activities, the seasonal challenges, the lost sectors, and so much more. So be sure to stick around and enjoy the video. If you do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a comment and rating down below, and remember to subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. We are well on our way to 200k, so make sure to hit that red button and ring that bell to ensure you don't miss an update. But without further delay guys, let's jump into the video. Another week and another weekly reset. This week marks week 3 of Season of the Witch, and with that we see the continuation of the Bladed Path quest. This is the main quest for Season 22, and this week we'll see us jumping back into Savathûn's Spire, but also taking on Xivu Arath's forces in a brand new mission called Conjure. Now the narrative for this season is some of the best narrative we've had in a seasonal release in quite some time, and when you consider everything else that Season of the Witch is currently offering, this is certainly up there with one of the most exciting seasons. So if you're not fully up to date on the seasonal quest, make sure to catch up and jump in upon this week's weekly reset. Now, as well as the continuation of the main quest, we also see the return of Iron Banner. Iron Banner in Season 22 sees 2 returning weapons, a new emblem, and a brand new shader. Now, the returning weapons have some new legendary traits, some which are entirely new for Season 22, and on top of that, the Scout Rifle even returns with a brand new element. If you're chasing down a high-impact Strand Scout Rifle, then this could be a great opportunity to pick one up. Now, in terms of game modes, Iron Banner this season will alternate between Eruption and Fortress. And if you have a game mode that you prefer, then be sure to sound off down in the comments below. Now, as well as that, we also made a video covering all the up-and-coming changes to Iron Banner last week. So if you haven't checked out that video, make sure to do so, and I will leave the link to that down in the comments below. Now, from here, we're going to move on to the exotic mission Rotator, and this week sees the return of Operation Sereth Shield. This was the exotic mission back in Season of the Sereth, and this mission is also the home to the Revision 0 exotic pulse rifle. This was the original craftable weapon when it comes to exotic missions, so if you didn't get your hands on this back in Season of the Sereth, then this is another reason to jump back in. You will need to own either the Witch Queen or Season of the Sereth to do that, but as well as the Revision 0, there is also seasonal weapons from Season of the Sereth available. This includes the Fire and Forget, the Tripwire Canary, Disparity, the Path of Least Resistance, the Judgment of Kelgorath, and the Retrofit Escapade. On top of those though, you also have all the Ikelos weapons, including the hand cannon, the shotgun, the sniper rifle, and the infamous SMG. On top of all those, you even have the Warmind's Avatar armor set. There are so many reasons to jump back into Sereth's Shield. If you're still looking to earn some of the weapon patterns, then this week will be a great opportunity to cross those off your list. Now, next up, we're going to move on to the featured raid and dungeon content for the week. As for the featured raid, the Deep Stone Crypt returns. Now, much like the Last Wish, this also had an update recently whereby all the weapons are now craftable. So if you're still earning some of the weapon patterns, this week would be the best week to do it. And on top of that, all the challenges are also available. If you're still knocking out the relevant seal, then make sure to get those challenges done throughout the course of the week. Now, as for the featured dungeon, the Pit of Heresy is back. This originally launched back in Shadowkeep. Now, whilst this doesn't have Artifice armor, it still can offer some high stat armor bonuses by defeating the final boss. Overall, the Pit of Heresy could do with a massive update to bring it in line with all the current dungeons and give us more reasons to run it and chase that desirable loot. Now, from here, we're going to move on to Dares of Eternity and the 30th Anniversary Pack activity. Now, alongside the Scatterhorn armor set, we do see the return of the Pathfinder armor set from Season of the Lost, and therefore see the relevant weapons available too. This includes the Fractathist, the Chrysuria Mellow, the Vulpecula, the Wolftone Draw, the Iota Draconis, the Canis Major, Contingency Plan, Legal Action 2, Outrageous Fortune, the Steel Sybil Sword, and the Spoiler Alert Sidearm. Now, much like the Pit of Heresy, Dares of Eternity could do with a massive update, and we're likely to see one going into the final shape. What weapons and armor would you like to see added to this activity? Be sure to sound off down in the comments below. Now, next up, we're going to move on to the weekly rituals, and this week we see a returning Nightfall in the form of the Scarlet Keep. Much like Pit, this also launched back in Shadowkeep, and is certainly one of the longer Nightfalls and eventually Grandmaster Nightfalls in the rotation. Now, as for Nightfall exclusive rewards, once again, we are still working out the rotation for those weapons, but if you have a particular weapon that you're looking for, then be sure to sound off down in the comments. Now, as for the Crucible, we have Clash and Team Scorched returning as featured Crucible Rotators. Now, naturally, Team Scorched is a game mode that Bungie puts in the casual category, and as always, they both offer totally different gaming experiences. However, an important thing to remember, if you're still looking to complete all your seasonal challenges, there are often challenges that link to these modes, and we'll cover those later in the video. Now, next up, we're going to take a look at the Lost Sectors for Week 3. This week kicks off over in K1 Revelation and offers exotic boots. As for Wednesday, you can head over to K1 Communion for a chance at exotic gauntlets, with Thursday offering exotic chest pieces over at the K1 Crew Quarters. On Friday, you can head back to the Concealed Void for a shot at those exotic helmets, with exotic boots being available over the weekend on Saturday over in the Bunker E15. On Sunday, you can head back to the Dreaming City in the Beta Drowned Wishes for a second chance at exotic gauntlets, and we can round out the week over in Veles Labyrinth for a final chance at exotic chest pieces. So if you're still looking to earn some of the brand new exotics that were introduced this season, or even those from Season of the Deep and Lightfall, then be sure to plan your week accordingly. And if you want to check out this calendar in full for yourself, then make sure to do so over in Today in Destiny, and I'll leave the link to that down in the video description below. Now, next up, we're going to move on to seasonal challenges, and for week 3 we have 9 seasonal challenges available. The first is called Acolyte's Ascent 3, and here you need to complete week 3 of the Bladed Path quest. That's followed by Attribution-ShareAlike, and here you need to complete Savathun's Spire or Altars of Sorrow encounters with Season of the Witch weapons equipped. That's followed by Kinesis Spellcraft, and here you need to defeat challenging combatants and earn melee or ability final blows in Savathun's Spire. That's followed by Doom and Boom. So for this, you need to defeat targets with fusion rifles or grenade launchers, and you earn bonus progress by defeating guardians or by defeating combatants in the Season of the Witch activities. Next, we have Commendation Appreciation, and here you need to earn progress for giving commendations in the Vanguard Crucible and Gambit activities. That's followed by Neptune activities. So over on Neptune, you need to complete bounties, patrols, public events, and lost sectors. That's followed by Ritual Violence, and here you need to rapidly defeat targets in Season of the Witch activities. Next, we have Iron Sharpens Iron, and for this you'll need to complete Iron Banner matches, and you'll earn bonus progress for wins. And the final challenge for this week is called Ultimate Champion, so here you need to defeat champions in any Nightfall Strike on Hero difficulty or higher, and you'll earn bonus progress at higher difficulty tiers. Now, all these challenges offer Challenger XP, which is great for leveling up your Season Pass and unlocking mods on your seasonal artifact, and some offer Bright Dust, which is perfect if you want to visit tests upon this week's weekly reset. So there we have it, guys, a good look on everything that you can expect for week 3 of Season of the Witch. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to check out one of the 2 videos you see here in these cards for more Destiny 2 content. And if you want to keep up to date with everything to do with Destiny 2, then be sure to hit subscribe as well. I'm going to jump back into the game as always, guys, and I will catch you all again very soon.